Hi, I'm Tim Fenbert with LeaderGov. Each week, LeaderGov shares a leadership lesson to help you become a high-performing local government leader. Today's lesson is on succession development. When a key person in your city, county, or department leaves, a person who maybe wore many hats or been around for years and years, their leaving can cause a significant gap in performance and productivity. It can literally take months to regain your team's footing and productivity. What they call brain drain can seriously impact an organization. When key leaders suddenly leave your team, service quality can drop. You can start seeing core functions not done well. You can see disappointment in citizens, and you can experience huge morale issues. Today's lesson is about helping you avoid that. This lesson is about developing others so that when key job roles become available within your city or county government, they are filled seamlessly by highly qualified internal candidates. It's really all about building a strong bench. In this lesson, instead of using the team succession planning, which implies making plans, we want to use the term succession development. It's a more active term, and it speaks to the way we prepare for succession rather than the idea of just making a plan. Bottom line is, we want to actively target and develop others who can become ready for higher roles. They'll be available when they're needed. Succession development programs also let employees know that there are long-term career opportunities in your local government. And as a result, we hope this leads to lower turnover. As you consider succession development, here are some key questions to ask. Number one, what role do you want to work on for succession purposes? Who do you want to consider for succession development? Any manager or only senior level positions in your department or on your team? Then just ask yourself, what would we do if this person left? How would our success be impacted by their leaving? Number two, consider who can potentially fill each of these key roles in your current internal team. Then ask the really hard question, what development, certifications, education, coaching, or mentoring do they need to become ready for such a role? What gap in skills exist for this person for the role you think they may be able to grow into? This will take a bit of thinking, but it's time well spent, since you're talking about the long-term health and sustainability of your team and your organization. Let the person know that you want to invest in them so they can be more prepared for this potential role and maybe senior leadership as they come available. Obviously, there are no guarantees that they would get such a role, but simply share these investments in their career development will make them more prepared for more critical roles in the future. Lastly, on this point, this is personal. It's so personal that you should be developing your team your own successor. Good leaders always work themselves out of a job. One of the ways you can help team members grow as part of their succession development is to allow them to be part of a job rotation program, where they do part or most of another person's role for several days or maybe even a week. You can also assign the person you're developing to take on some or all of the person's job while they're on vacation or out for maybe an extended period of time. Of course, another way to develop this team member for a higher level job roles is to have them take on leadership responsibility for a visible or high key project. Lastly, you may want to assign managers with a mentor, director, to help them learn different parts of running a local government. Consider having them meet with their mentor weekly or maybe twice a month to learn aspects of other roles that are critical to team success. Remember, all of this effort is to help others grow, to be their best, and to help create a sustainable workplace where people see long-term career opportunity. Turnover without ready-to-go internal candidates, where one outsider comes in, can often hurt morale and teamwork for months to come. One idea we like to encourage with succession development is to set a numeric goal for each manager to achieve for internal employee promotion versus using outside personnel. If 2 manager jobs become available in 1 year, at least one of them should be filled by an internal candidate that is qualified. If not, the goal isn't met. This puts a numeric outcome, a success measure in place for them to aim for. Completing a traditional succession plan is really not good enough. We want more than a plan. We want our qualified team members to be developed so they are promoted. It's good for morale, productivity, team engagement, and it builds a sense of long-term success. We're really glad you're part of the LeaderGov community. If you know of other leaders in your local government that may benefit from these leadership lessons, let them know about LeaderGov. We would really appreciate that. If your team has needs in the area of live workshops, retreats, strategic plans, or coaching, let us know. Feel free to also check us out on Facebook and LinkedIn as we post blogs, podcasts, and other lesson insights there often. We hope this lesson on leading through succession development helps you become the kind of leader you want to be. Until then, we'll see you next week.